Good evening. You're watching the Diamond News Desk at 8. Now let's take a look at stories that are making business headlines for the next couple of minutes and see where we're at. What stories we'll be looking at this evening? Load shedding to ease by July 2025, ZESCO has announced. And later on, Petaoke Chamber of Commerce and Industry welcomes China-Zambia Agro Partnership. Later on, we'll give you the commodity prices, and we will also see what the kwacha has looked like on the international market. So stay tuned for this and more. Let's get straight to business. My name is Tapiwa Ngoma. ZESCO Limited says it is managing electricity generation at Kariba North Bank with caution to conserve water and ensure a stable power supply until the next rainy season. Speaking during a stakeholder engagement meeting in Siavonga on Monday, ZESCO Senior Station Manager Christopher Singongo says the utility used 3.3 billion cubic meters of water in the first quarter of 2025, representing 27% of its total 13.5 billion cubic meter allocation from the Zambezi River Authority. Mr. Singongo says reservoir levels are expected to improve by July due to increased inflows into the Zambezi River. He says load shedding is likely to ease by July 2025 as ZRA reviews the current water allocation.
We are talking of maybe July, because we know June, ZRA will be able to communicate with us. So starting July, August, we may see maybe a reduction in the numbers of hours that we load shed.
It is in our best interest to try as much as possible, to be as close as possible to that level. It's not within our control, but we do the best we can to ensure that at any point we do not reach what we call the minimum operating level, or what was called the drawdown level.
The Petaoke Chamber of Commerce and Industry has hailed the signing of a letter of intent to establish a friendly relationship between Zambia's Xinjiang Autonomous Region and Zambia's Eastern Province, saying it will enhance value addition and market access for local produce. Chamber Executive Officer Chiluba Banda has noted, that Petaoke, a key agricultural hub, stands to benefit significantly from this partnership, particularly in agriculture, mining, and energy. Ms. Banda has emphasized the need for improved road infrastructure and logistics to ensure efficient movement of goods, especially as Chinese investment begins to take root in the province.
In what could mark a turning point for regional trade and development, the Eastern Province of Zambia, on the 16th of May 2025, signed a letter of intent for a friendly relationship with China's Xinjiang Uyghur Autonomous Region. The Petaoke Chamber of Commerce and Industry has described the move as a strategic opportunity for the province, especially in sectors such as agriculture, mining and energy.
It's Petaoke being a powerhouse for most of our harvest national-wide. It is really going to help us on value addition and also promote ready market. As the investors are going to come, there is really going to be more competition on off-takers, meaning also good prices for either soya beans or maybe maize or any other grains that are putting on the market, which is really a good thing for the community as well as growing our businesses.
Chiloba Banda, the Chamber's executive officer, says the region now has a chance to leverage Chinese investment to boost rural incomes and stimulate industrial growth, but she also flagged key challenges.
Firstly, from the community, I expect them to really welcome this because it is for their own good. Then from our investors, we expect a very good consensus. We really need to reach minds together for us to at least work towards a common goal. I would also want us to mostly look at our transportation, because when it comes to agriculture, I feel my community, mostly as farmers, we are really hindered when it comes to roads. They are really difficult for the movement of harvests, such as soya beans, maize when it comes from the fields for it to reach the ready market, which is also increasing the costs.
As the agreement moves from paper to practice, expectations are high that rural economic hubs like Petauke will be at the heart of Zambia's next phase of bilateral growth.
The majority, Honorable Governor, the majority of our people depend on it for their livelihoods. Our government believes that sustained agricultural growth will be achieved through deliberate investment in irrigation, agricultural extension services, research and development, rural infrastructure, and increased access to markets and trade.
Best Jerry, Diamond News.
More in business this evening. After months of soaring prices caused by prolonged drought, Zambians are finally experiencing relief as meal prices begin to fall. In Chipata, traders such as Enoch Mbewe says he has reduced the price of a 25-kilogram bag of breakfast meal from nearly 400 kwacha last year to between 250 and 300 kwacha. Diamond TV visited Chipata and Ndola to get a closer look at the impact of this positive development.
Last year, Zambians faced devastation. A brutal drought left fields barren, maize stocks depleted, and meal prices skyrocketing to a penny for 400 kwacha per 25 kg bag. Families struggled to afford their staple food, with many going without. But now hope has returned with the good rains experienced this season. In Chipata City, traders like Enoch Mbewe in Kapata Market have slashed prices from 365 kwacha to between 250 and 300 kwacha, a lifeline for households.
Mpatali koma pano nga uli pali ponse ndipo unga waseruka zona na mamirazi aserusha mtengo kulingana kuti chinji mvula ilo kwa bwino milisi soti iliko yambiri ndito.
What has led to the reduction of meal is the good rains experienced. Farmers have now enough maize, so are millers. So when we go and order, at least they have reduced, and we also reduce here. And we expect more reduction as the maize floods the market. He says,
150, 160, panoromba ni ma 130, 125, kulingana kuti na mulimi wanghana achoromba chakulya. So kuti chovutikira njala
And on the copper belt, Ndola's breakfast meal has dropped from over 300 kwacha to just 260 kwacha, bringing smiles back to markets.
As a company, we are faring fairly well, and the citizens are responding well due to the fact that the harvesting has started and maize has started coming in, so the prices have dropped. That's why there is high demand for our brand.
With the coming in of this bumper harvest, there has been an impending price reduction in meal. I should mention that our previous prices were at 330 kwacha for a 25 kg breakfast meal, but we have now moved to 280 kwacha, that's a breakfast meal, 25 kg.
Meanwhile, in Shikangata district of Southern Province, the price of breakfast meal stands at 350 kwacha, while Aurora meal is selling between 310 and 320 kwacha.
By this time around, we expect meal to go down. At the moment, it's going up to 325 to 40, but we are expecting it to go down as far as 200 in the next month to come. But we appreciate the government of the day for the sacrifice and for the care they have shown to the people. So,
farmers credit this turnaround to good rains, while traders predict even lower prices as more maize floods the market. For Zambians, this is not just about cheaper meal, it's about food security and survival after a punishing year. Samuel Sylvester Kwawe, Diamond News, Eastern Zambia.
We're still unpacking more stories that are making business headlines this evening, but let's take a look now at the kwacha's performance on the international market. The money markets this evening will show us the kwacha's performance against the United States dollar as businesses did come to a close earlier today. A closer look here does show that the buying power of the USD was at 26 kwacha 92 ngwe, and it was selling at 27 kwacha 32 ngwe. Do note that these rates do vary from bank to bank, and our source here is the Zambia National Commercial Bank. Still on money, how about we take a look at what construction pieces you can get at affordable prices, brought to you by ZNBS. Let's now take a look at construction pieces this evening. The commodity we will review this evening is a galvanized metal roof panels, hardware roofing sheet. Now this is 15 pieces. The cost that you will get is 3,751.73 kwacha is the price for this commodity. But stay where you are. Let's take a look at our second commodity this evening. And this is for the construction people here, where you will see a sledgehammer. And let's see how much you'll be purchasing that sledgehammer if you go and purchase it. Some details here. It's a double-faced sledgehammer, and this will cost you somewhere around 1,765.8 kwacha is how much you'll be purchasing this commodity. These commodities are brought to you by the Zambia National Building Society, and we do encourage you to take part and build that dream home for yourself. Let's now shift our attention to commodity prices, starting with our food items, later on transitioning into our non-food items. This is how much you'll be purchasing your goods when you go out to shop on average. Do note that these change from one supermarket to the other. We'll do a very good job of giving you the average price of these commodities, so you are very close to what you'll be purchasing. 1 kg of beef is still at 100 kwacha on average. It's been like this for the past couple of weeks. 2 kg of sugar will cost you on average 70 kwacha. 2.5 kg of flour will cost you around 95 kwacha, but if you're a baker, you may need some eggs, and the lowest you can purchase a tray is 100 kwacha. 2.5 liters of cooking oil, anywhere between 170 and 180 kwacha. Cooking oil, 5 liters, I beg your pardon, will cost you an average of 300 kwacha. Let's go to our staple food. Their breakfast 25 kg bag will cost you between 370 and 390 kwacha. If you do prefer the alternative roller meal, that will cost you average 300 kwacha. Stay where you are. Your non-food items look a little something like this. 10 rolls of toilet paper at 85 kwacha on average. 1 bar of multi-purpose soap between 25 kwacha and 45 kwacha, while a 1.5 kg bag of washing powder will cost you nothing more than 135 kwacha. These altogether are your commodity prices. And that brings us to the end of our business news this evening. Thanks so much for tuning in. You can get more details on the stories that we've just unpacked this evening on our DiamondTVZambia.com website. And you can also make use of our social media channels, Diamond TV Zambia and Diamond TV Online on Facebook. My name is Tapuan Ngoma. Have a pleasant evening and God bless.